Hey, welcome back to another episode of I Hate My Pool. On this episode, we're going to change out the O-ring underneath this V-band clamp here because it's obviously leaking. Pool's been on since I fixed the other leak I had. This one here, the boost pump blew up. Different episode, you want to see that, it's pretty interesting. So we're going to change that O-ring out. We're not going to mess anything forward to that. We're just basically going to take that V-band clamp off, separate the pool pump, and then put it back on. Hopefully it'll be incredibly simple. And we'll clean up the surfaces and stuff, so tag along. To start with, we're going to turn power off. We'll drain some of the pool water by opening up the manual valve here because we will get quite a bit of water out of that. So we're going to open the manual valve up here. Let the pool drain down. Alright, so now the air has stopped sucking in this. We'll go ahead and close this off again. So it's just a manual relief valve there. It's also a pressure relief valve. It gets too high, it's supposed to pop up. But so conceivably the water level inside the filter housing is probably the height of this here. So even though that those are lower, that one comes up to this height and that one has a pretty height to it. So some of the water got sucked out, but there's probably still going to be some water in there. So keep an eye out for that. So we'll go ahead and open up this guy here. This is what's called a V-band clamp. That's what I call it. In aviation, we call them a V-band clamp because they basically make like a V and they squeeze the two halves together. We don't need to remove the pump off the back of this plate here because that's not what's leaking. At least for now it's not. And we're going to take this all the way off. Alright, now that that's up and out of the way, move. We'll break this loose. And we'll feed this out. So this is, you can look at why they call it a V-band clamp. Make sure it's nice and clean. Now we're going to go ahead and pull this apart and separate it. Some water coming out. See the water? It's going to be quite a bit, I think. So one thing I also do when I'm doing this kind of stuff is I try and trap the water in my skimmers. I close off this jandy valve that goes to the bottom of the pool and my skimmer, and then I close that one off that goes to my second skimmer to keep water in that part of the system. So when I turn the pump on, so the pump doesn't cavitate. All right. So that's separated there. This is what it looks like inside if you haven't seen this before. Now it's incredibly awkward to try and get a good position in here to do all this. So a knee pad or a towel or something always helps. So we have two seals. We have one seal here for the housing coming from your pre-filter. Also touches the side of this here. Let's see if I can get a picture of the inside here. So that's where that goes. And then you have the big O-ring right here. This is what we're going to change. So the water was dripping out down here. So we're assuming that this is the O-ring that's bad. So we're going to take a pick. We're going to get up underneath this O-ring here. Now if you don't have one of these O-rings, you can go to your local pool store and get yourself one. Or I'll include it in the link below. Now a lot of the pre-filter pool pump connections have different size O-rings. This one is pretty big. There's a couple different styles with this type. There's a square one, there's a round one. I don't know if this is supposed to be square. Doesn't really seem like it's very round. Here's my replacement one. So I'll include this in the link below so you can get one if you need this particular one. It doesn't seems about the same as thick as the other one, so we'll stick it in here, and if it doesn't work, we'll go back and we'll get this square one. So we're going to put that O-ring back in here. It looks like it fits pretty good so far. So do the hardest to reach area first and then kind of walk it around. You want to walk, you don't want to push and squeeze, because what it'll do is it'll pop the O-ring out like it's doing to me. But I don't have a whole ton of room here because I don't want to pull this pump back too far, right? It's sitting on a platform here. Now there is some stuff that you can use on this to help hold it in. It's called Magic Lube. I recommend, if you don't have any in your pool kit, you get some. Magic Lube is like a petroleum-based Vaseline, but the benefit of it is it doesn't have petroleum in it, so it doesn't oil coat your water. So we're just pushing this into the housing here, right? Make sure that you have good areas where it's put in all the way. You don't want it popping back out. And you can see, maybe you can see the ridge right here. So that's in like really good right there. So I think that's in a good spot that'll hold it. I'm not going to put on any of the Magic Lube on this one. I'm going to clean off this surface over here. The one I will put Magic Lube on, because I didn't buy this one, is the middle O-ring here. A little bit of our finger here. We're just trying to get a little bit of lube on there so it'll connect better. All right, now let's try and squeeze this back together. And this is always a fun part because you don't want to mess up. See what's popping out right here? I think that's looking pretty good. Let's give an attempt to put that together here. All right, we're starting to go in the housing. All right, there we go. Starting to close. Now we're gonna take our V-band clamp. I want the nut on this side, so I'm gonna go around this end like so. Feed that through. We'll go up underneath the housing there. Start our bolt. Now we can start threading this in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep pressure here and I'm going to wiggle the pump in. And no, this is not easy, especially on camera. So we'll get a little bit, say about a ½ inch, and we'll tighten this up a little bit. And if this doesn't work, you start screaming at the world, right? Okay, so as you install that, you want to wiggle that motor back and forth because you don't want the top to get tight and the bottom to be loose. Do one of two ways. You can tighten this up and you can wiggle the pump a little bit. At this point, the big O-ring will not come out. The smaller O-ring is inserted into the housing. So we just kind of crank, get it to where it's a little tight, wiggle. And then it should get easier each time, a little bit easier every time you wiggle the pump. Now when you get down to that point where you're ready to tighten it fully, grab yourself a small brass hammer. Or in my case, a piece of wood, this tiny hammer. You're going to tap on these. It just kind of seats the V-band clamp. We finish installing this and we'll see if it leaks. All right, so now I've got to put water in the pump in the filter housing, so this is how I do it. I start filling that up, the water will start back filling my small one. I don't do the big skimmer, I do the small skimmer. I have power turn onto the pump and I turn the pump on. And that sucks water out of the hose. Goes into, I don't know why I did that. Sucks water out of the hose and starts filling the filter housing. We'll do that for about 5 minutes. While it's sucking the water from the hose into the filter housing, you can relieve the pressure up top a little bit, let some of the air out. we're not trying to get the filter housing completely full of water. We're just trying to get it to enough to where it gets up high. We can pull the hose out, toss it in the grass, put the pre-filter cover back on, and then start the pump up. It'll have something to pull water in there to suck the air out. Shut it off, let some of the water backflow into the system. It might not work. All right, so I have one of the skimmer housings. Skimmers is open. That one over there, the second one. So there's no air in the pre-filter anymore. You see there's no bubbles in that. You saw me relieve the relief valve to where the air started coming out. Pool's in shambles. There's bubbles coming everywhere. And then once we get that stabilized, we'll open up a second one. And we'll go this one slowly because you'll watch the air in the pre-filter here. We don't want to completely starve it. All right, now both our skimmers are completely open. There's some bubbles out there. Now the difficult part is telling if it's still leaking because everything's all wet. Remember, if you recall, our leak was coming through right here. And I don't think it's fixed. Nope, it's still leaking. So now my friends just had to change the O-ring out for your housing seal here. You want to make sure when you do put your pre-filter housing cover on, it is tight. I've got this PVC pipe in here that just give it a quick squeak. That holds it shut. We also have a leak. This is fixed. We have a leak on the shaft seal of this, so that'll be next week before I can get to it. I gotta get the parts. I appreciate you watching. Look below for all the stuff we use in this video today. Like and subscribe, and hang out and enjoy me hitting my pool. Y'all take care.